Today is Tuesday, 11/18/2025. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. I recorded some videos this morning, and now we're going to take a break to have lunch, and then we're going to go to store. We're going to go to the Home Depot and get some lumber. I need to get some lumber to build that village table in the computer room. And then we're going to get a couple strings of Christmas lights because I need to relamp 2 decorations this year, one of which is actually right here in the kitchen. This is just a tree with, I don't know how you describe this, it's like a bare branch tree, and all the bulbs have burnt out, so we're going to replace those. I'm going to replace them with colored bulbs. I think that would look a little more interesting and colored, and I might throw that on the deck with the C9s and the railings, and that'll look pretty good. And then we have a pre-lit tree downstairs, which we're going to have to replace all the bulbs on as well. That one's a little bit more complicated because that one has frosted mini incandescent lights, which I have finally been able to source. That was difficult to come across. I've never really seen that before. So kind of a unique situation there. So today we're going to have some fish and some baked beans, and see what else I have on hand. I don't normally like to go to the store during the day. I usually go at night. But because it's been so cold and windy, and I have to leave the back of the car open in order to fit the 2x4s in there, I'm going to go during the day. Right now it is 45 degrees, which is not great, but it's sunny. It's not too bad. Tonight it's going to go down to the 20s, I think, so that's going to be pretty cold. Now I might go to Lowe's later tonight as well, pick up some Christmas decorations. There's a bunch of things I like there this year. We're going to get 2 things in there, and then we'll watch the sales at the end of the year at Christmas time and see if we can pick up anything else. So this fish is from Aldi's. This cost $10.50. We'll have this for 2 meals, so $5 in fish per meal, and then we'll have with it, for simplicity, we'll have some carrots, and the carrots cost 69 cents, so this is like for 35 cents of carrots, and then we'll have some baked beans with it as well. These baked beans cost $1.43, so this is approximately like 70 cents. So $5 or a $6 fish meal. That's not bad. And maybe we'll throw in an apple too. The apples are kind of expensive, but it's from a local business, so I buy them anyways. Lots of plastic film here. Of course, very good for the environment. Okay. And now onto the fish. We're going to put some grill mates, even though we're not grilling it. We're going to bake it. We're going to put some grill mates Montreal steak seasoning. We probably could make 3 meals out of this if we really wanted to, but I think 2 is reasonable enough. And I'll put it in the oven here, and I'll put it to about 30 minutes at about 270, maybe 271, and we'll let that cook. And this stuff goes quick. It warms up pretty quick. Cancel this out. Actually, we can cancel out that big pot as well. I had that there for humidification purposes, but now I've got the humidifier out yesterday, so now we don't need that anymore. It was getting so bad from the wind. It was down in the 30 degrees and the wind was 45 miles an hour, and I had to have the stove on so hot it got down to like 25% humidity in the house. It was real bad. I didn't want to open the attic hatch with that much wind because it would have just froze out the house. So I just was boiling pots of water on the stove for a couple of days. Not ideal, but it got the job done. I'll put that away now. Okay, so we will use this for the baked beans, and use this for the carrots. I also have some potatoes. Wonder if I should make up a potato. These are gonna start to spoil if I don't eat these soon. I've already got a couple eyes on them. I mean, I'll still eat them anyways. I don't care about the eyes, but they're not looking at me. Nah, I don't want to have too many calories. I don't want to have too many calories for this lunch because I'm not going to be doing anything too active today. And the potatoes are really high carbs. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some potatoes and I'll clean up the leaves or something outside. The wind is supposed to die down between today and tomorrow. It's better today. It's only like 15 to 20 miles an hour today, which is still pretty bad. And it still feels very uncomfortable, but at least it's sunny. We haven't seen the sun in days here. It's sunny now and it's a little bit better, but it still feels really brisk outside. Did a major leaf cleanup a couple days ago, and of course a bunch of them came back from the wind, but nothing that won't take more than a few minutes to clean up. What the heck is wrong with this? These, I think, are already kind of cooked, or at least they have the consistency of being cooked. What does this say? It just says sliced carrots. Ah, it's got salt in there. I don't like when the stuff puts salt in there. I don't like salt on carrots. There's no reason for it. I like the flavor of carrots by themselves. And then it says, bring just to a boil. I don't know why it says that for. Oh, I gotta put the stove just turned on. I had to turn the fan back on. Really just need it on a low right now, because it's not too bad out, but I wanted to start warming up the stove soon because within an hour or two we're going to need it as soon as the sun goes down below the treetops. Bush's Worst, brown sugar hickory. These are delicious baked beans. These are navy beans. The ingredients is navy beans, water, sugar, brown sugar, tomato puree, salt, mustard, onions, caramel color, vinegar, spiced garlic powder, modified cornstarch, and natural flavor. So while this is not exactly a health product, there's nothing really too crazy in here besides modified cornstarch, which isn't great. This says you can microwave it for 1 to 2 minutes or heat in the saucepan to a simmer. I will turn this on low. This takes a little bit to warm up, very dense. So we need a couple boxes here. We'll use this box for tomorrow's lunch. And these 2 boxes for the carrots and beans. I always like to put a plate on top of the toaster just to warm it up so the food don't get cold, especially when it's cold out like it is today. Alright, we gotta change the battery, only got 15% left. I imported some video while the stuff was cooking, so there's no more video of the cooking itself, but here's the end results. Here's the fish. Now this does have the scales on the bottom, so we'll have to kind of slice that part off. So we'll just go under here like this and kind of separate it from the scales. It usually pretty much just sticks to the foil anyways, and it's very easy to get it off. Yep, that's pretty much exactly what happened. Alright, looks pretty well cooked. Cancel out any remaining fat from underneath there. I don't like slimy stuff on there. It's unappealing to me. And it's probably not good for the health either. Okay. So there's the piece of fish. And we'll deal with this afterwards. Get something to strain the carrots with. You know what, the carrots I might just put into a separate bowl because they're going to have a little bit of residual water. I don't want the fish to get all wet. And there's half the carrots for today. I have the other half the carrots tomorrow. We could probably get 3 days out of the beans here. There's a lot of beans. Okay, so there's the lunch. About a $6 lunch. Not too shabby. That meal was excellent. Hopefully it'll be at least mostly as good tomorrow when we have it again. I guess I could have used a smaller box for the fish. That wasn't very good. We're going to the Home Depot now. We're getting on the road a little bit later than I wanted. The sun is already starting to go down. But if we just kind of go quickly, that's kind of funny, but go as quickly as we can. You know, no street light pictures, no Christmas light pictures, and just get the wood and the lights and come back. We should make it in an okay amount of time. We got to get 3 strings of mini lights, which we're going to use to get the bulbs. I hate that concept of buying a string just to use the bulbs and it cancel out the rest. But when the string costs, $2 and change for 100 bulbs, and the individual thing of bulbs is, $1.97 for 10 of them, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I would literally have to spend like $50 in bulbs to relamp this tree. It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather just buy the bulbs, but if the product is going to be designed such that it's not even remotely economical to do so, then I'm not going to do it. So we'll buy those lights. I gotta buy some. We'll get 1 string of white, 3 string of colored, and then we're gonna get some wood. I gotta get a bunch of 2x4s and some plywood for the top. We're gonna use very thin plywood, and I'll run an extra 2x4 to give it structural integrity. The 2x4s aren't cheap either, but the plywood is astronomically expensive. For some reason, more so than other types of lumber, the cost of the plywood is just insane. So we'll buy the cheapest, probably 1/4 inch, and just use that, because otherwise, it's just too much. See, what does this freeway look like? Is it all jammed up? No, it looks okay. We'll go on the freeway then. Jeez, look at that. All the plants are blown over. Oh, this stupid wind. That's terrible. I'll go off in the corner here so we can film loading it up a little bit easier. What a stupid, dumb car. It's so obnoxious. It sounds like a piece of garbage. still no 70. So actually the 8-foot ones did fit. It's the 10-foot that doesn't fit. So I didn't really have to do this now. I could have done it later, but I suppose it's just as well because I have to unload this outside anyways, so it would still be uncomfortable, or more uncomfortable later than it is now. Alright, so the prices on this stuff is off the charts. The total was $75.25. We hardly bought anything. The plywood is the worst. The plywood was $21.98 for a 2x4 sheet. I bought 1/2 inch because the 1/4 inch was so flimsy and so warped already just on the shelf. I says, there's no way this is going to last any number of years. And then we had to just buy it again next year anyways, and then 14, and it's just, no good. So I think it was like $13 and change for the 1/4 inch. But if I had to buy it again next year, I would have already spent more than what I would have spent just to buy the 1/2 inch. It's going to last, a long time. So I did that. I bought 2x3s instead of 2x4s to save a little bit of money. Those are $2.98. And the incandescent whites are $2.98 a box. We bought 4 of those. I just can't believe the plywood is almost $22 a sheet for a stupid little 2x4 sheet. It's not even that big. Ugh. I remember when the stinking, 2x3 was like 70 cents. I remember that. It wasn't all that long ago. So that was ridiculously expensive. And I kind of want some ice cream now. We're going to go buy an ice cream store, but I need to spend flipping $74. I ain't got no money left. I'm not even sure I have enough money for ice cream. Let me see how much money I have left. I have $24 left. This got to last for the next, 3 weeks. Oh. Alright, let's go home. At least the Lowe's, if we do go later, I have a couple of gift cards we can use. So it shouldn't be too expensive. At least, out of pocket wise. I can't believe how much that cost. That's outrageous. The stinking plywood is outrageous. Dumb plywood. This sidewalk here on the right is where we picked up that Lakewood HV21, that old rotted out, rusty one. This would probably make some good sunset pictures tonight with this cloud pattern. These streetlights here are all the old high pressure sodium ones still, and I think they just got relamped. Because one of them was out, but now they're all working, so I want to come back here and take some pictures of these at night. I do have some videos of these at night, but I want to take some pictures because the pictures can come out better because you can really change the exposure and everything with the camera. Yeah, we got out of there just in time. The traffic is starting to pile up now. It's so cold, my nose is running. There's the ice cream store. Looks all wet under there. Here's the results of the evening's work. Have a new village table in here. Turn the stinking lamp on so we can see it better. So this is a somewhat more complicated build than the other two because we had to make the angled edges, but I think the clearance is good. I can walk in and out of here pretty comfortably. I think this is fine here, and I could move this table down a few more inches if need be, but I think it's fine like that. And there's no clearance issues over here. I did move the table over a little bit, and now it's bothering me because the lamp is not centered in between there. But that's fine because the lamp is going to get canceled out in a couple days anyways. I am really perturbed by the quality of the lumber at the Home Depot. I don't know if you could see what I was doing. I tried to film myself in the store, which was super risky because filming in the Home Depot is strictly prohibited for some reason. So I had the camera just sitting on the cart. I don't know if I was in the frame or not, but I was checking every piece of lumber before I took it off the shelf, and I had to go through at least 15 or 20 pieces to get these 5 that were generally straight. I think 3 of them were pretty reasonable. One of them was slightly twisted, and then one of them was slightly bent. But I just couldn't get enough good ones. I was going through so many, it was ridiculous. And somebody else came up next to me and was picking lumber from a different section of the aisle, and he was just grabbing them and not even checking them. And it's like, you can't build anything reasonable with this lumber because some of the pieces are so bad. I mean, I think I actually showed a dedicated video either last year or earlier in this year of one piece of lumber that was so twisted. It was like one side could be flat and the other side was almost at a 45-degree angle. I mean, how do you build anything with that? How do you build a wall with a bunch of 2x4s that are all crooked and bowed out? I mean, it's terrible. You can't really do any substantial, serious structural work with this kind of wood that's at that store. It's not good. And I've noticed it seems like it's getting worse and worse. It was always kind of dodgy quality, but in the last couple of years, it's just awful. And the price of the plywood has gone through the roof. This is 1/2-inch plywood, and it was almost $22 a sheet. And even it is not the greatest. I had to pick a bunch of different ones to get these 2 that were generally flat. And it's like, look at the edge. This is the factory edge. I mean, this is terrible. This is not a $22 piece of wood. This is all screwed up here, and this is chipped up, and I don't know. This to me is not good quality. I mean, what is this? I mean, this is not, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to look at Lowe's next time I need to buy any kind of wood. Now, I don't know if the stuff at Lowe's is any better, and it could be even worse for all I know. But this is, no, this is not acceptable for the price. And we got a big split here. I mean, that's not too bad, but this is unacceptable. And this is unacceptable. And mind you, these are the best pieces that were on the shelf. I looked through them all. So, not good, but it's okay for this application, I guess. But I'm not satisfied with what I got for the price I paid. So that's it for today. It's getting late. I'm going to retire for the night, as that instruction manual said. And we'll do some more work tomorrow.